Welcome back. All right, so the first game's done. We got 14 more to go. This game ends up going exactly the way we might have thought it would go. The good news is Boston and Buffalo don't see each other again until next season. So I think both teams are pretty much ready for this to be done. Buffalo played today like a team that is very likely to get the number 3 draft pick at worst. Number 1 draft pick may very well happen for them. They may have the best chances going into the draft lottery. It was Swayman versus Luukkonen. And so both goalies of the future in net for their respective teams. And early on, Boston scores. It's Smith from Krejci and Hall, and it was a beautiful three-way passing at 1 minute and 21 seconds. It is the 9th time in 10 games that Boston had scored first. So Boston taking advantage of playing against a team that is well below them in the standings early, and they look like they could do it often. So the Bruins had a really strong first 5 minutes. That would carry through the entire game. Luukkonen stops a point shot. Ritchie drew a crowd after that. He poked at the puck. Drew a crowd for that. Shots were 5-1 for the Bruins at 7 minutes. After that, Pastrnak, the top line's on. They were pressing. Pastrnak misses one high. Hall forces a turnover, got into the Sabres zone, but he was gassed. So he wasn't able to make much of a play with the puck, but he did get the turnover. Bruins then get a power play. Luukkonen stops a Pastrnak slap shot. Coyle then had a near miss. The Sabres get another penalty with 1 second left in the first one. But here's the thing. That is the one part of Boston's game today that looked kind of shaky in the first period. So Sheahan comes out of the box. Bryson sees him, passes it to him, and at 12:35, a shorthanded goal for Riley Sheahan takes place. That ties it up at 1. So that was only the second shot as well for Buffalo, and it's in the net. Bruins got one shot during that power play that took place after that. Corrali, though, scores from Ritchie at 16:38. So here's the odd thing. 5-on-5, Boston was pretty darn good today. Keep it up, guys. Corrali from Ritchie. That's the first goal for Sean Corrali in 31 games. And that gave the Bruins the momentum back. So Buffalo had some momentum after that goal, but it goes the other way. Second period, first minute press by the Bruins. They get some pressure again at the 3-minute mark. And then after that, there was back-to-back icings. So it was a case where Sabres had some opportunities, but there just wasn't anything prolonged. There wasn't any heavy pressure for long enough to really make the difference here. DeBrusk hits a crossbar, and not long after that, Boston would get a goal. It's Bergeron scoring from Lauzon and Marchand at 5:36. So Marchand, one of the hottest players in the league scoring-wise over the last month. He gets on the board there. And it was a really great shift overall by them. Ritchie and Corrali then nearly connected. So Ritchie to Corrali almost connects. Bruins push some more. And honestly, at that point, the Sabres end up getting a power play when things are one-sided. And you go, all right, how's the Buffalo power play going to work? It gets one shot. Then the Bruins had a 3-on-2 that nearly connected after that. And I put on the board, this could be 7-1. It's 3-1 Boston, but it could have been 7-1. There were some missed opportunities, some near misses, some good saves by Luukkonen. Easily could have been 7-1 at that point. Luukkonen denies Pastrnak as the top line pressed again. Dahlin then held the puck under his skate to clear it. Nice play by Dahlin, and I want to point this out too. This score is ugly. Dahlin was a +1 today. So Dahlin had a decent game. And so he held the puck under his skate, and then he kind of pushed off with the other one. Try that. I know I couldn't do it without completely wiping out. I'm not going to try it. I'm not. I wouldn't even do it with a hockey ball out here, just running around trying to hold it under my foot. So, yeah, good play there by Dahlin to clear the puck, and they had to because Boston had a lot of pressure at that point. Then there's a post for Pastrnak, and I put up here, he's really annoyed right now because you could see him kind of swearing after, and all I could think was he needs his Dunkin' cold brew because those Dunkin' commercials get into my head. That's good marketing. That's what that is. That's good marketing. Then there was a rush chance for Reeder. He fires high. Last minute, the Bruins get a power play. Luukkonen, at the end of the period, was hurt. It looked like he may have pulled a groin. It didn't look great. So for Buffalo, a team that's already, delved pretty deeply into the depths of their goaltending, they may have to go further because Tokarski starts the third period. Tokarski starts the third. He's been pretty good, but who's the backup going to be then if Luukkonen's out? Is Bob Sauvé coming out of retirement? Do we see Is Hasek busy right now? Like, what's going to happen with Buffalo's backup at that stage? Sabres finish off the kill of a Bruins power play that last minute of the second period. And then it's Nick Ritchie, perfect tip shot. No chance for Tokarski. Grzelcyk and Miller get the assists at 3:18. And then Craig Smith, who had a big day, scores from Riley and Krejci at 5 minutes and 31 seconds. I have to say, since the trade deadline, and I don't know if it's coincidental that Hall's on that line, I'm not going to say that it is, but David Krejci right now is playing the best hockey he has in years. This is the best hockey I've seen from him in a very long time, and it's been consistent. And so Boston right now is really starting to show me that there's a lot of potential there. However, it's against Buffalo. So I want to see how things go. The funny thing is, their next couple of games, I believe, are against New Jersey, right? New Jersey, they've struggled against all year. If they can go out and beat New Jersey, and if they don't have problems with their 5-on-5 scoring, and if they can show that wall that they've had a problem with this year with New Jersey is down, that would give me more confidence in them going to the playoffs. So yeah, Smith scored that one. Then Ruotsalainen would score from Asplund and Middlestad at 7:11. So at 7 minutes and 11 seconds of the third, it becomes 5-2. And you're not really worried if you're cheering for Boston. And if you're a Buffalo fan, you're probably not thinking, here comes the comeback. However, we end up getting some scrummy action going on. Marchand and Dahlin looked like they were ready to throw down and fight. And the linesman referees get in the middle and make sure that it doesn't happen. Dahlin looked like he was the one that was more upset that it didn't happen than Marchand. But the Sabres came out of that with the power play. So, yeah, the Boston faithful booing quite loudly. You can tell the fans are back in attendance in some of these games because of just the reactions to something like that. So the Sabres get their power play. They don't end up scoring on it. And that's not entirely surprising. The Bruins then get a power play. They score on theirs, which is important because, of course, they had the shorthanded goal early in the game. Craig Smith scores to complete the hat trick from Krejci and Coyle at 14:05. And again, great pass by Krejci and nice goal by Smith, who is really coming into his own right now. That's a hat trick. And Boston was up 6-2, and that's your final score. They go to 30-14-6 with the win. Buffalo drops to 13-32-7. 3 stars in this one. Smith, because of course. Corrali and Krejci were your second and third stars. Reverse that. Krejci's second star, Corrali's third star. Shots were Boston all the way. 17-4 in the first, 12-7 in the second, and 14-8 in the third. Final shots 43-19. This was very much men versus boys today. Power plays, Buffalo 0-2, Boston 1-4. Hits 31-25 for Boston. Block shots 8-7 for Boston. Luukkonen saved 26 out of 29 in those first 2 periods before he leaves with the injury. Tokarski saved 11 out of 14. Swayman saved 17 out of 19. Maybe Luukkonen, there was a time a couple years ago where LA had their goaltenders injured, and I thought maybe they just gave up on the season and they were off enjoying themselves in Bermuda or something like that. Maybe Buffalo goalies have some kind of an agreement to meet somewhere. Maybe Luukkonen found out today, well, where are Ullmark and Hutton? Really? That sounds like they're in Hawaii? That sounds fantastic. How do I get to Hawaii? Oh, yeah, I can get hurt. Sure. So I in my head I have this in my brain that yeah, they're just all off. Luukkonen's getting on a plane now. He's heading to Hawaii. His season's over too. And all the Sabres goalies are going to get together and talk about how that next year's got to be better. And Ullmark saying, well, guys, I'm a free agent, so drinks are on me. All right, there you go. Let me know your thoughts regarding this game in the comments section below, as always. I don't expect this to be one of those videos that has like a ton of attention and views and all that, because this is kind of the result we expected. But Bruins fans, reason to be confident right now. And again, we'll see as they round into form going into the playoffs, just how good they are. The East is going to be tough. Any of those 4 teams can go on a run, and it's going to be tough. And if you're a Rangers fan, this result's tough too, because that puts Boston 8 points ahead of the Rangers. So, yeah, it gets tougher. All right, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below, as always. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe if you're browsing your way through. You just happened upon this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, for all your support. I will talk to you again soon.